Welcome into LFFL Prime Time, your Week 17-ish edition of the show. Look, obviously been around, been watching football a long time. Phil, Matt, and I, Todd, Eric, those of us that are a little older, been doing this since the 80s. Never quite seen anything like it. I did experience one time. My brother-in-law played lacrosse all through high school and college, and he was playing one time. He had a teammate just step in front of a ball, a defenseman step in front of a ball, just hit him exactly the wrong spot. Exact same scenario is what happened. He kind of stood up and then immediately just collapsed, started kind of going to convulsions, CPR, defibrillator, the whole nine. It was such a helpless feeling sitting up in the stands, just not really being able to do anything. The repair medics there working on him, and certainly, thank God, the medical team at the school at the time was very good. And he did make a full recovery, but he was in bad shape. When we first saw him, a couple weeks after that happened, we saw him at, I think, a football game, and he looked like a ghost of himself. And so I certainly am worried for Damar Hamlin. I'm worried for his long term health here, but hopefully the best can happen. But I tell you that story to say my brother in law's team was not emotionally ready to play a game directly after that happened. I'm not convinced Buffalo is going to play on Sunday at this point. So what I want to say is Buffalo, Cincinnati. I think that our best course of action is just to wait. There's too much we don't know less than 48 hours after the situation. What is going to happen to Hamlin is going to really drive a lot of what happens with the Buffalo Cincinnati game. We will see. Game might be canceled. Game might be played. I don't know. So we're going to take it league by league, and we're going to create the best situation for each of the leagues, and I'll walk you through that on this show. So let's start in the original league. This is the one I'm struggling the most with, honestly. Josh deserves to win this game. I was up by 7 points. He had Josh Allen. There is no way Josh Allen is playing 4 quarters of football and scores 7 points or less, right? Josh Allen absolutely could get hurt. But Josh deserves to win this game. If the Bills game doesn't play, I don't know what I want to do here. This is definitely a holding pattern. We're going to wait and see Buffalo Cincinnati plays. Buffalo New England plays. Anybody plays. We're going to see if somebody plays, and we're going to come up with a plan for this league. So I am currently ahead. Josh should probably win this game. So we're going to figure that out. LFFL 2. This league also affected both Eric and Bill battling for first place. Both have players in that game. Obviously, Eric has potential for more points given who he has. Eric currently has the lead. We're going to operate in 2 and 3 exactly the same way in both of these two leagues. We are going to wait. If the game plays, Cincinnati, Buffalo specifically, if that specific game plays, we will then add the points into this week. If that game does not play and is canceled, Eric will be the winner of this game by 1 point. As he is the winner of this point, he was projected to beat Bill by a lot, given his Josh Allen going. But we will wait and see on this one. We will know soon. The playoffs have to start soon. So we'll know soon if this game's going to play. The rest of this is relatively irrelevant, even though like every single game had meaning. I'm able to beat Bill, even though he has a player left. I'm up by 22. That's likely a win for me. But again, none of these scores will be considered final until we hear for sure what is happening. Week 18, Eric theoretically is up a game on Bill and beating him in points. So Eric would have to lose to Sean. Bill would have to beat the Merrills, and Bill would have to outscore Eric by, I think it's about 65 points at this point. So it is not particularly good for Bill, but Bill has been very successful in this league. Totally makes up for the rest of the nonsense. Eric potentially could win this one. And speaking of leagues Eric could win, how about this one? Eric currently had 7 points in this Super Bowl. Again, same thing. We're just going to wait and see here. Eric was ahead going into the Monday Night Football game. Eric was projected to score more points in the Monday Night Football game. Eric currently has a lead. If they do play Cincinnati, Buffalo, we'll add those scores into this game. If they do not, Eric will be declared the champion and Super Bowl 13 winner of LFFL 3. He has Joe Burrow and Dawson Knox, whereas Sean has Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and Hayden Hurst. LFFL 4, congratulations to my good friend Phil Kaufman on his 4th win this season, the 16th in his illustrious career, a solid 165.7 points this week. Todd coming in second at 129.82, his sixth second place finish of the year without a win. How that is possible, I have no idea. Bill take home the bronze at 120.3. We realistically are down to 3 teams that can win. Eric, 130, myself 125, Nate at 120, Phil at 115 could theoretically maybe get there, but it would be tight. We're going to have 2 contests this weekend. We, of course, had to cancel the showdown on Monday night because they didn't play. We're going to have a Saturday contest and a Sunday contest. Both will count in the full standings. 2 games on Saturday. We have Kansas City, Vegas. We have Tennessee, who used to be Houston, Tennessee versus Jacksonville. There's plenty of fancy players in those games. So we are going to count those two games as one slate on Saturday and the one Sunday slate as well. So we'll have opportunity for two more point gathering opportunities. Eric currently in the league, looking to win this league for the second time. LFFL 5, congratulations to my good friend Phil Kaufman. He will be the winner here. We can take a wait and see approach in the final score if we want. We do not have to. I'm not catching up to Phil at this point. Congratulations, his first ever LFFL 5 win. LFFL 6, the 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all best ball leagues. All are done. We're not worrying about this game. There's nothing close to any of these leagues. We are just finalizing these scores right now. Greg wins this sucker in style. Actually improves this week. 4 different months he wins. Passes me in April. He now leads February, April, May, and August. Very, very impressive. A 2.4 gap between first and second is the biggest in the history of this league. Matt, a solid showing in second place, his highest finish in this league. And congratulations to Phil, Nate, and Sean, your individual monthly winners, not named GK. FFL 6 records. We did not have any records fall. Both Greg and Sean came up short of the targets they needed, even if the Bills and Cincinnati played. And then our only change in our tight finish category was Greg. Greg hopped over me in April. LFFL 7, of course, congratulations to Matt. LFFL 8, congratulations to Todd. Wins this thing in style, locks down the high score in both weeks 16 and 17 to bring it home. A 100-point cushion over Phil in second place. Your defending champion, a strong showing in second. But hey, hands the baton to another old schooler. I don't know if you're catching a theme here. The old school really doing well in the contest this year. Very impressive stuff. LFFL 9, congratulations to me, of course. I won this league over Greg. And then finally, your LFF player there. I am changing this. So I used to have that big spreadsheet, and I would input, you came in first, second, third, whatever. I don't like it because there was some. It really did reward consistency across the leagues, which is fine if you value that. But I don't know that in all seasons that needs to be valued as much as it is, because Eric is threatening to win like 3 different leagues. So whether or not Eric has consistency enough, 3 leagues is awesome. If you can win 3 leagues, he might deserve to be player of the year. I don't know. So what we're going to do is this. If you win a league this year, your name is going to get put in a basically hat here. I will send out all the people who won a league, kind of their highlights of the year, so you can look at each individual case, review what you think about them, and then you vote. Everyone gets 1 vote. You cannot vote for yourself. You vote for somebody not with your own name, and then the person with most votes wins. In the event of a tie, I will figure something out. I haven't thought that far ahead yet, but that's what we're going to do. So the conclusion of week 18, we'll all vote and we'll figure out who the player there is, which is cool. I'm excited about this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that's all I got for today. I hope Monday night was bizarre. Obviously I'm praying for DeMar Hamlin can wake up, and I hope the Bills can get to a place where emotionally they can play football again, because they got a really good team and they really have a chance to win their first Super Bowl. And I hope this is the year for them. And I definitely need them to win on Sunday because they need to beat the Patriots so the Dolphins can make the playoffs. But hey, another time. We will be back in week 18. We'll see how all this plays out. But wait and see, I think, is our best approach. And if you remember, we used to play wait and see all the time. When we had to hand score this league in the 90s, there was a lot of times the Monday Night Football games, because it wouldn't start till 9 o'clock, we wouldn't have the box score till Wednesday, till we got the Wednesday paper, which we didn't usually buy. We usually took it from the library up in high school. So there were a lot of times we didn't know till like lunchtime on Wednesday who had officially won some games. So look, I think we can wait a little bit. This is obviously a big deal for the Bills and all their players, and we're just gonna stick it out with them. So hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you watch some good football, and I hope you do well in all your leagues. We'll talk to you next week.